All right, so you're on this video because you want to know the exact copy and paste system for growing a 10K a month paid community. Honestly, it doesn't matter what you're using. You could be using WAP, School, Kajabi, whatever. It's all the same stuff. It's all about getting somebody to view your content all the way down to purchasing your paid community. It's the same exact system. And the first thing that we're going to be focusing on is a leveraged offer. How do you create an offer that makes people want to just buy? Funnel crafting, we're going to be looking at organic funnels, Instagram funnels, and YouTube funnels and showing you exactly how to get views to conversions, and then a secret sales funnel that nobody is talking about. This is something that you might have to pay $12,000 if you want to learn this system. And I'm going to be showing you the exact secrets here. Then finally, number 4, we're going to get into product development. How to actually create a great product so people see success, right? That's the whole point of these paid communities. You want the people to come in and see success. There's a lot of stuff going on where there's not great products out there, and that's how you get stuck in the guru land. Having an amazing product will get you out of the guru land and actually get you results for your clients, which is the most important thing. And I'll show you exactly how to set up the product so it is you're able to get, case studies like this. So we got some case studies here. If you actually don't believe me, I can scale a paid community to $10,000 a month. So just looking at here, these are some people in my inner circle, as well as some people I do the growth operating model with. So right here, we got Malvi. He just made 6,000 in 6 days from my inner circle, 2,002 days, as well as selling out through a webinar on his paid community. This is all the screenshots here. Low ticket subscription notifications go hard. And I think somewhere in our inner circle, he said he actually sold this out. And you can see some people are paying $150, which is pretty cool. Edmund made 2K in 3 weeks with the exact same system that I'm going to be showing you here. I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm going to be showing you exactly what we gave Edmund to make 2K in 3 weeks, as well as Dallas making $8,000 within 3 weeks. Probably going to hit 10K very soon. So yeah, $10,000 a month very soon for him. And then another person that we got here who actually is a rev split model of mine. We just launched his paid community and he got to 8,800 in MRR just within 3 weeks, as well as having some upsells to 25,000 for his inner circle. So we just launched this and it's definitely going to be at 10,000 within another week or two. And I'm going to show you some proof if you don't believe me. So as I was saying, this is one of my clients. You can see he's at 8,000 MRR and we got some good conversion rates going on. We're getting that up to a 3%, just working on some things. And yeah, so here's some proof for you. And then let me show you the upsells. So looking at the Stripe here, we can see we got $25,000 in the past 4 weeks. We closed off the higher ticket item for him as we're just doing a test. So that's why, we haven't seen a couple sales in the past few days. But yes, here's some proof for you. $25,000 within the last 4 weeks. Going back to my inner circle, Thomas and Ryan, I actually have here that they made 4K a month in 1 week. They're actually up to 8K in monthly recurring revenue within 1 week. That's in my inner circle. They just put that in there. So let me show you that. So we can see here that Thomas is saying that he landed 4 2K, and these are actually 2K a month clients in the past week using the exact same systems that I'm going to be showing you. And then finally, we got some Steven here who is actually at like 10,000, I believe. But with the time he made this post here, the time I set everything up, he said 4K in the past week, but it's actually like 10 or 11,000. And then of course I've launched Leverage Editor, gained 6K in 6 days in the beginning of school here. And as well, we moved everything kind of over to Kajabi, or is actually in Kajabi in the beginning, and we made $20,000 in a single month from Leverage Editor. So there's some proof for you. So who is this video actually for? It's for coaches, consultants, course creators, copywriters, growth operators, agencies, just basically under the umbrella of selling info. And what I was saying before, I am not going to be gatekeeping anything in this video. I'm going to be showing you exactly what I do with my growth operating clients, or whatever you want to call that. I call it just rev share clients. And I'm going to be showing you what I'm giving everybody inside the inner circle. And if you're interested and you think you qualify to be in the inner circle, click the link below and we will see if you are able to be let in, because we're getting some serious results. And by the way, it's only been up for a month. So these people have gotten all these results literally within 1 month. Okay, the inner circle has only been released for 1 month. These people are going to easily scale to 10, 20, 30, 50K, who knows, maybe 100K within 3 to 6 months. So yeah, we're making some fast progress here. But let's get back to this video. What are we going to be covering? Chapter 1, creating a leveraged offer that makes your ICP, ideal customer profile, say yes no matter the price. Okay, we're going to be talking about perceived value, how to stand out through this online guru world and create an offer your customers are actually happy to be a part of. Then we're going to go into actually creating your offer, a simple worksheet that I bring everybody through in the inner circle and that I also use for myself and my RevShare partners to position them away from the competition and make that no-brainer decision for the customer. And then I'm going to also talk about offer no-nos. These are the mistakes that I see 97% of beginners make that will ruin their chances of seeing money with a paid community. We'll be going over that. Chapter 2, funnel crafting, getting ready to buy eyeballs on your product. The 6-figure a month content funnel. Copy my exact system I'm going to be sharing with you and structure for creating content that gets viewers to convert. This is a content funnel, which is really important. All right. And then the second important part is actually the marketing funnel. I'm going to show you the exact same structure for landing pages to sell your community to 10K a month. You can then copy my exact structure to creating a landing page to sell a community for 10K a month. Chapter 3, the secret sales funnel for low ticket products that no one is talking about. Guys, you're going to want to stay to the end on this one. This is something that no one is talking about that we implement into people's businesses. And yeah, it just kind of works like crazy. You might have to spend $12,000 a month to get this kind of knowledge that I am dropping within this video. So it's a secret sales funnel, a system to get sales from creators who are under, let's say, you don't have too many followers. We'll get you a sales system that, will generate $10,000 a month with a low amount of followers or subscribers. Now I'm going to be covering the entire sales system, a little known secret for fixing up the leaks within your funnel that brings in thousands of dollars. And then chapter 4, talking about product, creating a product that is so good that people pay you 5 times more for access to you. Okay, the paid community is the low ticket. How do you get people to move up to the high ticket? Well, one is creating a product that is so good that they want more, right? And the other is creating a product that is so good that just becomes the lifeline or the engine of your business. Because case studies at the moment, because we're in a trust recession, case studies is the number one thing that you need in order to keep on scaling a paid community. Okay, so how do you create a program? How do you structure that properly? How do you get people to actually go through it, participate, so that they see results? This is what nobody's talking about. And yeah, we're going to be diving into that. So let's get into chapter 1, leveraged offer. All right, so what is a leveraged offer? Well, first you need to create an offer that makes it easy for strangers to hand you money. Okay, all money is exchange of value. You must create perceived value. Okay, so how do you create value, right? If all money is exchange for value, how do you create the perceived value so that customers are ready to just hand over the money? If you speak to them right, if you provide the right solutions to alleviate their pain, they'll hand over money. So you need to be able to speak to them right. You need to be able to provide them with the vehicle to get them to their dream scenario. Okay, so what is perceived value? Well, it's all about understanding your customer's dream outcome, and then how can you increase these things? How can you increase the likelihood of them achieving their dream outcome, likelihood of achievement, giving them more influence, giving them more wealth? How can you increase their energy, like motivation, that kind of energy, and reputation? If you can increase these things while decreasing the time it takes, the energy and effort it takes, and the sacrifice it takes to get to somebody's dream outcome, that is how you start to formulate a ton of value. Okay, and I'm going to be going into examples here, but value is created when you solve problems. How can you solve problems better for people? Okay, how can you create an offer that basically shows that you're going to solve all those problems, and the likelihood of them being solved, the wealth that they're going to get from it, the dream outcome that they'll reach is all increased while decreasing the time, energy, and effort and sacrifice to solve those problems. Okay, so it's all really about selling a transformation. You're not selling a course, you're not selling a community. This is where too many people go wrong. They start talking about the vehicle and not about the benefits. Okay, so what is the vehicle? Well, you have your prospects or your leads' current situation, okay? And then once again, you have their dream outcome here. So the palm trees. The vehicle is the actual steps they need to take within your paid community to get to their dream outcome. So let's say they want to be a copywriter making $20,000. You have a community talking about how to make money as a copywriter. So 20K copywriter. A lot of people just talk and even place within their offer the steps that people need to go through. So like step 1, learn frameworks. All right. Step 2, learn how to contact people, learn how to sell someone on your service. So they talk about the steps too much and they do not talk about the benefits. They don't talk about the dream scenario nearly enough. And here's a great example for you, or actually a bad example, right? Meditation program and weekly calls with a community, right? That needs to change into benefit speak. Become stress-free. We're talking about the transformation. Become stress and anxiety-free within 30 days. That sounds way better. So if you guys want a really quick way of coming up with an offer, I'm gonna dive into a worksheet soon, but here's a really quick way. You want to find the specific problems for a specific person with a specific solution. This can be like a specific problem for a particular audience in the health niche would be getting six-pack abs while fixing your posture. Okay, that's actually a big problem. A lot of people lack in posture, and if you get them to have the right muscle and definition, you can get them to have a six-pack ab and the right posture. It's kind of a unique positioning. So that's the specific problems that you're solving for a specific person. It can be somebody who, let's say, like a tech founder, because they're always sitting at their computer writing code and stuff like that. So that's a specific person. And the specific solution, get six-pack abs and fix your posture to feel more confident in 30 days, right? So that's how you quickly come up with a offer with the 3S formula: specific problem, specific person, specific solution. All right, so let's take a look at some bad to good offers here. So a lot of what you'll see online is like get 10 to 30 qualified book calls. All right, how do you transform that into something good? Because this is just so generic. Part of an offer is also being unique. You don't necessarily need a unique mechanism, right? You don't need a completely crazy system that no one is doing to get somebody into their dream result, but you just still need to sound unique. Don't be boring. All right, so going back to this 3S formula, coaches, specific person, fill your pipeline with 30 qualified calls through a YouTube system guaranteed. Okay, all of this is specific solution. Okay, scale your YouTube channel. You'll hear that a lot. Specific person, gym creators, gain 10,000 plus subs with 10K a month in 90 days. Become an expert at copywriting. You'll see this, like, what does that even mean? Become an expert at copywriting. You want to be specific here, right? The 3 S's. Students, sign 5 copywriting clients within 60 days. This would probably be better if it was like college students. If that was college students, it would be a little more specific. Students is kind of broad. You don't want to be speaking to like high schoolers or middle schoolers, okay? So yeah, be specific. That's how you formulate a good offer. But let's get into it. This is an exact worksheet that I share with everybody inside my inner circle. Check the link out if you want to join that. And this is what I run through myself when I'm creating offers for people. All right, so step 1, you're going to create an overall desire list for your ideal client. A lot of offer creation is just understanding your market, understanding the person who is actually going to come through your product. So you're going to write out all the dream desires. You know, if it's a copywriter, they want to understand copywriting. They want to land five clients at like $5,000. Okay. And you're going to write out all those desires. Step 2, identify the obstacles clients will face to get to their dream scenario. This is a lot of where people go wrong. Alex Mosey and everyone else will kind of explain this as identify the pains that people will go through. I don't like that terminology, right? If you say pains, you end up getting a lot of people, and maybe you're even thinking about this yourself, is writing things like person feels frustrated. The person has anxiety because they're not at $20,000. The person wants $20,000. Cool. Everyone is feeling that pain, right? There's no point of writing that stuff down. That's not speaking to anybody, right? If you're speaking to everybody, you're not speaking to anyone, okay? You need to be specific, and changing the frame set of we want to write down the obstacles that they will face to get to their dream scenario is what needs to be here, not the actual like they're feeling frustrated, they feel upset, they feel lack of confidence. Okay, everyone feels that. Okay, so the actual obstacles in this case, if we're doing copywriting, would be kind of what I was explaining before, right? They need to learn copywriting frameworks. Okay, and then there's different kind of flavors of the same obstacle that they will face, right? Oh, it's too hard to learn. Okay, provide the copywriting framework templates. They need to also learn emails, how to actually like operate and create great emails, create great subjects. Okay. And there's a lot of obstacles that they'll need to face. They need to then reach out to clients, potential clients, sell a client. Okay. This is really important, making sure they're actual obstacles, because what we're going to do is change that into the vehicle. All right. And then finding your unique selling proposition. To do this, what you're going to do is write out your story. That is something that makes you unique. Do you have a unique system? So I was talking about before, you don't necessarily need a unique system, but if you do, that's something that you can put, and it certainly is a great way to remove yourself from the competition, completely position yourself uniquely. Also write down, what are you great at? Can you niche down further? Okay. These are things that will begin to make you unique. You just need to sound unique. You don't need that unique system, although that does help. And then step 4, what you're going to be doing here is bridging your offer. All right. So we're taking those obstacles, turning them into solutions, which is then figuring out like the vehicle of delivery. And then we put a unique packaging on it. Okay, obstacle here would be like, doesn't know copywriting frameworks. Okay, so that's the obstacle. And then solution, how to write PAS, or how to use the best copywriting frameworks to make winning emails. Okay, so that's now turning that problem or obstacle into a solution. The vehicle would be through your program, and then unique packaging. You would want to take that wording right there, the how-to wording, how to write copywriting frameworks so that your emails are successful. You would then make it sound sexy. All right, so copywriting framework mastery, something like that. Okay, and then step 5 is the promise statement. Once you actually take all your steps here, or the obstacles, and turn them into solutions and have sexy packaging for them, these become like the phases or the actual modules that people go through. All right, so step 5 here, transformation to promise statement. All we're doing is taking everything that you've written down at the top, right? Their current situation, their overall desires, and then coming up with that promise statement. What makes a great promise statement is, one, you call out your niche. You have a unique mechanism. So it doesn't have to be, the system doesn't have to be unique, but it could be the way you package it up is unique. So if we go back up to coaches, fill your pipeline with 30 qualified calls through our YouTube system guaranteed. So YouTube system, that kind of sounds a little bit more unique, right? You're making it unique, and honestly, the YouTube system is nothing new, but it sounds unique. All right. Same thing for mine. It's like creator founders. Finding that unique thing that you can align behind is really good. Make it tangible, and then have a without statement. Okay. All right. So for your promise statement, it could be something like this. Ready? Freelance copywriter stuck at 1K, learn the art of digital influence and land 3 to 5 copywriting clients all in 60 days without any cold outreach. Okay, so something like that. That sounds like a pretty good promise statement. And then what you can do is have enhancers for your offers. Are there guarantees that can you make? All right, if you don't land 3 to 5 clients within 30 days, I'm going to give you your money back, right? Can you add scarcity? Only accepting 5 more people. Can you add urgency? Price is going to be increasing next month. That's really good for school community, by the way. If you say in there like it's $57, we're going to be increasing the price next month. That increases the urgency. Bonuses. Can you have other things in there that will, basically it's like value stacks. Are there other things that you can just stack upon that value that you're already providing? Price drops, social proof. All these things are offer enhancers. And here's a great example that I share with people inside our inner circle, so that we can see here we have a promise statement, which is for a communication coach. I'll work one-on-one with you to unlock your communication skills and develop your confidence, enabling you to speak articulately and gain influence without the daunting task of starting on stage in just 90 days. So that's a really great promise statement. And the real value of coming up with this worksheet or doing the worksheet and coming up with your offer document, you want to transfer this to a document of yours, is that the offer document becomes firepower for everything that you do, okay? This offer document is basically a sales letter. It can translate into you closing calls on sales. If you're doing like a higher ticket thing, you can present the offer. You know how to do it because it's already all written out, and it'll help you closing calls. You can change that offer document into a video sales letter, which is important for the school community. You can change this offer document into an actual legitimate sales letter. You can use it to write your landing page. You can use it to write your promotions, emails, stories, ads. This offer document is so important. It becomes that firepower for you. So go ahead and create this out if you're following along. And you have a pretty good offer built. And doing this really just speaks to your audience, right? If you speak to the audience in the right way and you show that you can provide value with increasing their likelihood of achievement while decreasing the time, energy, and effort it will take to get to their dream scenario, which is maybe landing 3 to 5 copywriting clients in 30 days. That is what makes it a no-brainer. And essentially the price there, you would want to provide 10x what the price is. So if it's $57 a month, the value that you should be providing is around like $15,000, right? Because it's a month, right? They should be learning 10x, so they'll probably purchase again and again and again. So it should be $15,000 in perceived value. All right, let's get into funnel crafting. This is where the fun stuff happens, at least what I think is the fun stuff. And it's really simple, guys. It actually is. People are making this way too complicated, okay? They have links here, lead magnets here, go to this area, go to that area, multiple different offers. No, what you need to do is just lead people to one single offer. Do not have multiple links in your description. Do not have multiple lead magnets that you're always calling action to. It's a little bit different on Instagram, but everything that you do leads back to one offer. So even if you're on Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter, everything goes back to one offer. This is how you're actually going to scale the community. There's no point of leading back to a higher ticket or a middle ticket if you want to scale to 10K in your community. You just have to bring everybody to a singular offer. If you truly want to make 1 million in info products, focus on funneling everyone back to your singular offer. But let's talk about the content funnel first, because I think this is one of the most important things for a school community, especially if you're going the organic route. There's not that many opportunities to bring them to a fancy landing page, but we'll talk about that. That gets them to convert, because most of it is going right to the school community. They check out the landing page on the school community, and then they convert based off of that. So the content that you need to be creating has to basically make these people more aware of the problems that they're having and that you have the right solutions for the problems. And you also have to develop a strong community through content in order to consistently be funneling people towards the school community landing page, right? Otherwise, the biggest problem that people are facing right now is that they'll get like 100,000 views on, let's say like Instagram or something. They'll get 100,000 views a month on Instagram. But if you look at their school community, the amount of people who are landing on their page is only like 1,000 people. All right. So with like a 2% conversion rate, that's only 20 people converting every single month. All right. So if you want to scale much quicker than that, this is the gap that most people are missing. Content is one of the ways. We'll talk about some other funnels, but having great content that leads people to your actual offer is extremely important. So the way to approach content on all these platforms is basically the same. You have the top where you create a little bit of broader content designed to attract new viewers. You also have the middle where you niche down and speak directly to your ideal customer profile. And then you have the bottom where you're calling to action. And all this is doing, if you flip this on its head, it's making people more aware. So the top of funnel content, you're speaking to those people who are more likely problem aware or maybe completely unaware, and you're just educating them on the problems that they have or just solving some wide problem for people within your niche, okay? Then the middle of content, Or the middle funnel content. You're speaking directly to your customer profile. You're making them aware that you have a solution. Kind of like this video here. I'm making you guys aware that I have a solution to getting you guys to a 10K a month paid community, right? I'm making you aware of that. So this would be considered like middle and bottom funnel content for me because I'm going over my exact same system, just making you guys more aware of all the problems within this video that you need to overcome, and that I, creating this video and along with my inner circle, not trying to plug that or anything, but I have the solution to your problems. So how do you build community through content? Not from, I don't know where that's from. Build. How do you build community through content? This is really important. The number one contributing factor to creators with small followings but have large pockets, meaning they have like I see people under 5,000 followers make $10,000 a month. And it's because of this right here. It's called the community trifecta. It's all about building trust, authority, and leadership. If you can do this through your content, this is how you begin to develop that community. This is how you get people just interested in you and what you're speaking. We see really big people like Hamza, who's good at this, Lucas Pachter, Alex Hormozi himself is actually really good at this through the kind of content he creates. Most people, there are people who do this on purpose, like create these kind of content, but really big people, they actually just naturally end up doing this. And yes, you can reverse engineer this and it actually works. I use it for myself. It does come out naturally. But what you want to be doing is building trust. One way to build trust is a lot of case studies. Authority. Talk about what you're doing. Change how-tos into how-I. Leadership. Show what you're doing. Okay, so if you're on Instagram, you want to create videos showing you actively building in public. And don't fail in public. Just build in public. Don't talk about your failures. Just build. Be a leader in your content. So I want to give you guys a little bit more of an example of like the leadership I'm creating through my YouTube content here as well as my Instagram content. All right, so looking at me, we can see that the creator founder playbook to $10,000 a month. This is more top of funnel for me. Okay, so I'm speaking to a lot of people here, creator founders who want to make $10,000 a month. It's not necessarily my ideal customer profile, to be honest with you. People who are just trying to figure out how to make $10,000 a month. But I'm drawing in a wide amount of people so that they can see my content. Next, I have a how I made $400,000 from social media copy and paste system. This is more like middle and bottom of funnel. Next is the complete digital products operation guide, advanced tutorial. This is probably middle of funnel, right? I'm talking to my ideal customer profile. They want to know about info product operations. And then the next one is entire system to scaling a 6 figures in 90 days as a creator. So I'm speaking to all creators, just getting my face out there, right? So that I can even attract my ideal customer profile. The only thing that's missing here is like the leadership type of content, which is more like another great framework for thinking about this is actually shifting beliefs. If you can create content that shifts beliefs, which is like leadership content, I should write this as a tweet to be honest with you, right? If somebody has a certain belief and they're stuck in their ways, but if you can create a piece of content that then gets their belief shifted, their brain here starts to think differently. You break barriers for them. That's a really bad brain drawing, but they watch this video, their brain shifts, and now they have a new pattern of thinking. They're much smarter because you've created content that shifts beliefs. That is leadership content, showing what you're doing while also maybe creating more motivational type of videos. And not necessarily motivational. That's a pretty like a bad word to use. But think of content that just like shifts your beliefs. People who are really good at this is like Charlie Morgan or even Alex Hormozi. He's really good at shifting beliefs. That's how you begin to position yourself as a leader where people are interested in you. Your content starts to perform really great or really well. And from that, the conversions just are so much better because they believe in you. You're shifting their beliefs. They want to watch every single piece of video that you make. And that just naturally has them go into your funnel. And we'll talk more about setting up a legitimate funnel, but this is content funnel. So how do you get really, really good, really, really quickly at content? Well, step one, and this is what your favorite creators are all doing, by the way. You're going to write down a list of your online mentors. So you're going to go to Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, newsletters, whatever. You're going to write them all down, copy and paste their Instagram accounts, put them in an Excel sheet. Then you're going to take the top 5 winning videos or tweets or newsletters that has resonated with you from each of those mentors. Then you're going to rework those top 5 ideas and turn them into your own. This is what your favorite creators are doing. Alex Hormozi is doing this. Iman Ghazi is doing this. All what they're really finding is validated ideas, right? The most important thing to a video is a validated idea. And there's 2 aspects to this. The validated idea where you as a content creator don't want to spend too much time, energy, and money building out an idea, right? Shooting it, recording it, uploading it, and then having it flop. Same thing with these big time creators. How do they know that the time, energy, and effort that they put in to a video is going to work? How do they know it's going to go viral? They're finding already winning ideas. And then the other aspect to this, the whole online mentor thing that makes you good really, really quickly is that you're basically mimicking them in a way. This is how you get good fast. Like when you create your video and you watch their video where that you're kind of stealing like an artist from, that's where all of a sudden you can see like every aspect where you went wrong. You can see that their video is 10 times better. It could be the way they spoke, the way they shot it, the scripting that they had, the flow of the video. Yours, just comparing that side by side, you'll figure out exactly where you're going wrong in your video, and you can make those corrections extremely quickly instead of just pulling things out of your brain. Your brain's not wired yet, or who knows, it could be, to make great content. Creators who have been doing it for 5+ years, their brain is wired for that. So why not just copy how their brain is wired? Okay, obviously, when I say copy though, you're not doing word for word. The most important part is to make sure that you are just getting inspired from their ideas. You can copy the kind of the way they shot it, which helps you figure out like how to actually get the right format for social media. But as far as like the wording and everything, never copy. Like never copy word for word. Just get inspired. You can copy the flow of how they spoke. You can copy the structure of how they are presenting the information, but make sure the information that you're presenting is a little bit different or you're adding on top of it. That's really important. All right, so let's go over the product funnel. We're all talking about how to create great content and get that community where that people just naturally want to even just purchase your paid community. But what do you do to actually take those viewers over into legitimate conversions? All right, so here's a quick Instagram funnel overview for you. Creating Instagram content and you have followers. You're going to do a story hand raiser. This is one of my favorite things to do. It's where you're calling out your audience and asking them to want to join your paid community, right? You're doing a hand raiser. This puts you in the framework of a gatekeeper, right? They're now coming to you when you do a hand raiser. Let me just kind of read this off quick so you understand. If you want a desirable result and or fix a problem, I'm taking on 20 people who want to get to $20K a month as a copywriter this week. You must understand copy. You must, whatever. You have some certain qualifications and then list out what they get. Reply with X word if you want it. Okay, they were going to reply with a word to your DMs, right? So that now you're the gatekeeper. They're the ones who actively want to get in. You're going to send them a VSL. You can set up a ManyChat automation that directs them to a Notion page. And I love doing this on Instagram just because going from Instagram to a actual landing page, people are warmed up to that idea. You almost want it to feel like a lead magnet. So going to a Notion doc, that's basically a VSL. You're just going to have your header there, a video embedded. And once again, you take your offer doc and create a VSL from that offer doc, put it in Notion, you capture the email through ManyChat. Then you can email market them and everything. And then you can close them in the DMs as well, right? Gatekeep the school community. Okay, we're only accepting 20 people this week. Why should you join? Close them in the DMs. And then you can also do lead magnet hand raisers. These are all qualified people coming in. They can then go through email sequences where you just to redirect them to the school community. That's all you need to do. The DMs and emails is where all the gold is at. Okay, so most people just don't go from here's my link to a school community to then landing on that page and purchasing it. That's where you have the issue where you're getting like 100,000 views on Instagram a month, but only 1,000 people are touching your landing page on school. You need this process here where you're sending them a VSL, you're collecting their email, sending through email sequences. All those emails are designed to route them to the school community. Okay. And then you can also close in the DM, send them the link in the DM to the community. That is how you increase your conversion rate through Instagram. YouTube's a little bit different here. It's actually a lot more simpler than you think. One is just creating great YouTube content. We already kind of went over that. Two is bringing them to a landing page. We're experimenting right now between legitimate landing pages and the school community landing page. Right now, I'm going to show you how to set up a great landing page. And it's really a couple of key elements, but you want to keep it pretty fluid. The big thing in this is that you're only directing them to one link. So in your description on YouTube, only one freaking link, bro. Never have multiple links. If you truly want to grow an info product to 10, 20, 50K, 100K a month, direct everyone back to that one link, which is the school community in this case, or the landing page. So how do you come up with a great landing page? Well, after studying over 157 winning landing pages, here is my exact formula for low ticket community sales landing pages. All right. The biggest thing that you really need to worry about is the header section. The header section is where 80% of the sales are going to come through. All that other stuff that you see on the landing page, yes, it's important for that other 20% to convert, but you want to put mainly a lot of your time and energy into the header section of it. So what is the header section? It's a headline, a VSL, and a call to action. How do you write great headlines? Number one, be niche, and you can take your offer doc to write this headline. Sell the vacation, make it tangible, use power words, and make it unique. So if we look at some pages here, we can see some great headers. So one, be niche. Agency owners, coaches, and consultants, you're one step away from learning how you can fill your pipeline with 30 to 100 plus qualified appointments every single month, guaranteed. All right. So that's very niche. They're selling the vacation, 100 qualified appointments every month, guaranteed. He's making it tangible. Okay. So once again, he's using numbers and everything. He has a guarantee in there, which is great. He's selling the vacation and he has it unique. Fill your pipeline, right? That's pretty unique. We look at somebody like Dan Coe using some power words here. Productize yourself with a unique brand, profitable offer, and AI-proof content strategy. So he's selling the vacation, productizing yourself, growing a brand. It's making it tangible. And then he also has a good kind of without statement. A complete AI-proof content strategy. And then somebody like Eddie Cumberbatch, when he was running his growth operator thing, he says, how I made $200,000 in a single year partnering with creators as a growth operator. So power word, tangible, selling the vacation there. That's a great header. Next is your VSL. You're going to want to put a VSL in there. And all VSL is just taking your offer doc, educating the viewer, showing social proof, and then having the call to action to join your community. And then section 2 here, what you're going to want is your ICP call out. So you're going to want to call out their problems, pains, and then show that you have some credibility, so some social proof here. Section 3 is your epiphany story. So you want to show that you were once in their shoes. I had your pain once. I tried everything. I tried this. And you would want to relate this back to your ideal customer profile. So I tried everything online. I tried doing cold outreach and trying to get clients that way. I tried paid ads and it wasn't working. I invested in all these guru stuff. And then one day I had an epiphany. One day I realized this one system, this six-step system that I went through worked and landed me copywriting clients when I changed up this. Now I do XYZ, which has solved my pain. All right, so I messed up with my sections here, but section 5 is then the stack. Show the steps that people have to go through. So your vehicle, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, the exact steps that they're going to be going through so they know what they're getting. That's really important. And then price anchor everything. So you're going to be like, phase 1, copywriting frameworks to write killer emails. Okay. Learn PAS, learn all the other copywriting frameworks, learn how to plug that into emails, right? That's the step. Value, $1,279, right? That's the value of phase 1. Phase 2, do X, Y, and Z. Phase 3, do X, Y, and Z. Phase 4, do X, Y, and Z. Like bring them through those phases, but each phase you label it with the price, okay? Phase 2 is $2,000. Phase 3 is $378. Phase 4 is $682. Bonuses are $287. So you're stacking the price on your landing page, just showing them the steps, and then you price anchor that. Okay, so you stack the price, you show the biggest value, so stacking up all those steps, and then with the button, price right now is $57 a month. Okay, then click on that, and then under it you have price will increase to X amount by the end of the month. Okay, and this button just leads to your school landing page, by the way. Section 7, right after that button or right after that pricing card, you want to have more urgency. So why the price is going to increase and why they need it now. Section 8, picture testimonials here. It could be video testimonials as well. And then you're sending everybody to the school landing page. That's the most important part. So this pricing card button leads to that school landing page. And that's how you set it up. This is the exact framework you want to use for the landing page. Now, if you want some templates, we have that inside our inner circle that you can plug and play like literally right away. So check that out. The link is in the description. All right, chapter 3, let's bring you some sauce. All right, we're going over some pretty high level stuff, but this right here is the sauce to really grow your paid info community that most people aren't doing. And you're going to want to implement this around $5,000 a month. And it's because that every single funnel, every single info product person has a leaky funnel. Okay, this is something I learned from Luke Alexander, right? The whole game is getting people from the top of funnel, right? Let's say you're getting 1,000 views, and at the end of it, you're getting 5 sales. Well, if you can patch up the areas where people are falling off, you're going to get the same exact amount of views, but then just increase the sales to something like 20. If you patch up all the things that the viewer has to go through in order to convert. Right? So what does that look like? Okay, so here's your traffic, right? You email capture them, you capture their phone number. If you did a lead magnet or something through Instagram, or they're going through like a free community, you can capture their email through that way actually, which is pretty cool. And then, so once you have their email and phone captured, and you can go right into appointment setting. So the secret sauce here is getting appointment setters to sell people into the community, right? If you have a high ticket item, this is more for a high ticket, you can get them to book a call, but a great appointment setter can actually sell them through text message or sell them in the DMs of Instagram, right? So that's patching up the leaks, because a lot of people are going to DM you, they're going to download your lead magnet, they're going to go through your landing page, or you're going to capture their email, capture their phone number, but they're not going to convert, right? They didn't land on the school landing page yet. This is where an appointment setter, highly trained one, goes through a script and just sells them into it. So this is for more high ticket stuff. So if you want to upsell them, you can get them to book a call. And then, if they show up, you bring them through all these different processes and then you onboard them. For the lower ticket, it's just you collect their information, have an appointment setter DM them and sell them into the community, or text them and sell them into the community. Then once they're in the community, you can have another appointment setter get them on a call. Okay. On that call, you can then upsell them, right? Appointment set to a call. And then there's a bunch of systems that you want in place, right? When they book a call, you want to be sending them testimonials. You want to have a confirmation with it. Do they show up? If they don't, have a no show up process. What does the appointment setter do when they don't show up? Bring them through a process to get them back on the call. If they do actually show up, do you close the offer? If you don't, have a follow-up process. Get them on another call, or bring them through a certain sequence that gets them to sell right into it. And then if they do, pay for it, you onboard them. No shows for these calls, and this is really like the upselling stuff. No show status, you send them through emails, send them text messages, get them back on a call, or get them to rebook. You can call them up actually and get them to rebook. So if they don't show, that's the same. This is the sequence you want to bring them through. Sales team workflows. So this is really important for appointment setters. These people need to be held accountable, and you need to be collecting data. If you keep on collecting data around this, then you can calculate how you're going to scale. All right, so end of day reminders for appointment setter. They need to clean up the CRM. Talk about that in a second. And they need to update, in Slack that like, hey, they're signing out. End of day form. They need to submit a Google form with all the numbers that they've done for the day. That then gets automated through Zapier to Slack. And then that then also gets automated to a tracking scorecard. So end of day setter form might look like something like this, where you're checking, number of outbound messages sent, number of inbound messages sent, number of people closed, number of people who got on a book call. This all then gets into a tracking scorecard that's on Excel. So the tech stack that you really want to use here is Close.io, Make for automations, or Zapier, ConvertKit, ClickFunnels. I'm just do Excel sheets as well, because you want to have that scorecard and collect a lot of data on there. And this is what a pipeline could look like. We just set this up for a client of ours, and we have a pipeline on Close.io. We have opt-ins from their landing page, Typeform qualified. This is more for higher ticket stuff. Upcoming calls, no shows, call canceled, invoice or contract sent. So you bring them through this pipeline, and your appointment setter can go through a bunch of sequences as far as knowing who's in this, who's a potential person to call up and get them to book an appointment. On the low ticket end, they can see that who's a potential person to text, right? Individually text, run them through a script to have them join the community. And this is filling all those leaks within the funnel, because you lose so many people just going from, like, let's say YouTube to landing page to school community. You lose a lot of people in that, because the conversions, like a typical landing page conversion is only 2 to 5%, right? This fills up all those cracks. This gets your conversions up really, really quickly and is a lethal weapon within this space. All right, so let's talk about chapter 4 here, products and operations. How do you actually make a killer product that is miles ahead of your competition? All right, this is the thing that Steve Jobs made the foundations to $1 trillion company, because his number one thing was you always focus on the product. And most marketers today, this is their like kryptonite. They're really good at marketing, but terrible at setting up a product. And this is what gets them into Guru Zone. Okay, so how do you make a product that actually works? Okay, first, your offer needs to deliver on its promise. Your promise doesn't have to be anything crazy. Okay, if you can't guarantee people 20K in 60 days, don't guarantee them 20K in 60 days. Figure out how to create a great offer that doesn't always speak to wealth, right? There's other problems that you can solve. Maybe it's just landing 3 clients. That might not be 20K, but it could be like 5K or something like that. If you're charging each client like $2,000, $1,500, $2,000. Focus on product. Why are these people not considered course creators, right? They are course creators though. These people are all glorified course creators. I love them all. They're all really talented individuals. But at the end of the day, if you really look into their systems, it's just a glorified program. Alex Hormozi's gym launch, glorified program. Charlie Morgan's thing that he brings you through, Grow Easy, I believe. It's a glorified program. It's a glorified coaching program. But why are people like so supportive of them? Why are they not in the Guru Zone? Okay, because it's actually more of like a hybrid. Okay, there's do it yourself, which is basically like a paid community. There's done with you, which is like group coaching. And then there's done for you, which is like agency work. They all have in-betweeners, in between done with you and done for you. It's a hybrid. They have other coaches. They have other systems and processes that people go through to get them to their dream state extremely quickly. So I'm not saying you need to have this hybrid system. We're not totally focused on higher ticket products here. But how can we kind of take this and bring it into the paid community so that your students are very successful? Number one is world-class onboarding. Set the tone of what it's like to be in your community right away. As soon as they initiate the purchase, they're onboarded onto Skool. Obviously, if you're using Skool, they get into it right away. Instantly, a message is sent to them. They go through the steps that are outlined in that message, like, hey, welcome yourself into the community. Step 2, do this, go through this module. Step 3, do this. Step 4, let's set up a onboarding call. And that's like how you actually upsell them. But that onboarding call can also just be welcome to the community call, right? This is the stuff that brings your product to a different level that other people don't do. This sets the expectations right off the bat. And that's why also a mindset module is actually like one of the first things. So the reason why I'm getting a lot of results just within 1 month of releasing my inner circle, right? If we take a look at all these results of just a few people, I think these were all the people that joined the inner circle right away. We're getting them results within 1 month. Insane results, like $8,000 within 1 month, going from 0 to 8,000. That's crazy, right? So how are we getting them those results? It all starts with setting the expectations with a mindset module. Now, once again, mindset might not be the best word for this because I'm not all like hooey. You need to wake up and grind and have that mentality where, you're burning the boats here. I'm not like that. But really what I'm talking about here is setting the expectations. Set the roadmap. What is your journey going to be looking like here? What are the steps that you're going to be going through during this program? How do you succeed during this program? What do the number one students do in order to succeed? Lay that out to them. And then having a support module here as well is really important. Where can they find support? This makes them motivated to continue working. They can see the future. You're painting the picture for them. So number 3 here, require them to engage. So you want immediately to people to introduce themselves in the community just to start that engagement, which is really important. And then you want to have modules locked up where people then have to level up in order to get those modules, which in school, that's one of the reasons why I really like them, is that if they continue to interact within the community, they can unlock levels, which will unlock certain modules for them. Okay, that's how you start to cultivate that atmosphere and get people to participate. Because the hardest thing with the community is getting people accountable, right? To actually go through the program. Having them immediately participate and wanting them to unlock material will get them motivated to actually see results at the end. Number 4 here, have a 2-week follow-up. Hit them up within 2 weeks. Make sure they're going through the program. Guide them on the next steps. See where they're stuck. And then number 5, go in depth. What you provide should be at least 10x of what people pay. All right, if you truly want to make a great product, you need to go insanely in depth. No 10-minute videos, no 20-minute videos. Each one of your videos has to be an hour long, or at least each module you create at has to be completely step-by-step, every little intricate detail the person is going to need to know in order to get to their dream scenario. And it's typically when I'll always start out with the why, the strategy, and then go into the tactical. So if you go super in depth in your products, and that's one of the reasons why like Alex Hormozi and Charlie Morgan are really great. I know for a fact, like each one of Charlie Morgan's videos that he has within his modules are an hour long, every single one, because he goes hella in depth. All right, and that's what you need to do here. Okay, so that's the complete system to grow a paid community to 10K a month. Now, if you need some help doing this and want to have this implanted into your business within 14 days, check out the Inner Circle. If you're the right fit, we will scale your info product to 10, 20K, 50K a month with all in 60 days. So check out that link. And with that, guys, I'll see you in the next video.